PK52, the Saturday morning meeting, talking to people that actually have a job. Let me tell you something, go a little different direction this week and I hope you guys appreciate the story and the finish of the story. Let's say you're the average citizen that's going to buy a car. You work 40 hours a week. It's not really 40 hours a week. There's 40 hours a week at the job. Then there's an hour there, an hour back. Add another 10 to the week. That's 50 hours. So 50 hours a week, you're concentrating on things to do at work, things that happen at work, things that related only to work. Somebody tells you a stupid story at work and you laugh. Think about what I'm saying right now and let's take us to the second phase of our life, our family, our spouse, and for some of you, your children. Think about this. Your spouse just told you the same joke you heard at the office and you grabbed your stomach and side started hurting and you look at your spouse and you roll your eyes and went, that's stupid. It's amazing how much our work life takes over our personal life. So when we look at our family, our kids, and our car, man, I didn't check the air pressure in the tires before I left on the trip because I expected the air pressure to always be perfect because it's my car. I didn't look to see how many miles I put on between the last oil change, even though the sticker was right up on my windshield, because it's my car and it'll always have oil in it. We depend on our car so much that we take our car for granted. That's why Toyota Certified Used Vehicles takes that hassle away from the buyer. First of all, we have a technician that performs, well, you know what? Let's talk just a second. So I just wanted to bring out a couple of things. Number one, this is number one of the 160, and I think that everybody should at least have read the first one. Number one, we run a diagnostic and a history report on the car. So if there's ever been a recall or ever been a campaign, we have to make sure that that is righted before the car can ever even be offered as a certified car. Peace of mind, eliminating risk. And then the rest of this number one is we check for outstanding recalls and SSCs. We run a diagnostic health check on the car, which is a printout like you go to your doctor, and we have to put that in the folder that we've run this diagnostic. I mean, it goes on, cold engine start, throttle operates properly, vehicle operates properly during warm-up conditions. So the technician has to start the car and make sure the car is operating. Then, it's crazy, engine performs properly during operation temperature. That means they have to go out and drive the actual car. This is mind-numbing. Number 7, the engine itself operates properly. Number 8, brake pedal is free of operation. So they make sure they have to drive the car. They make sure, and let me tell you something right now. I mean, maybe you shouldn't tell anybody I'm saying this, but the technician doesn't want the brake pedal to operate properly, because if they can flag even the smallest problem in the car, they get to fix it. They're looking for something wrong with the car because they get paid more. So every single operation on this 160-point form, they get a benefit on increased income if they find anything that's even close to remotely wrong with a car. There is no way you can buy a pre-owned car at Uncle Ed's used car lot and nobody's going to do any of this. It starts, thank goodness it started the day there was a customer there. That's all they care about. Then I go on down to number 9. No abnormal vibrations. Number 10, ABS operates properly. So they're driving the car and they panic stop the car. Why would you want the ABS to be tested the very first time 2 weeks after you took delivery of your pre-owned car? Hey, somebody pulled out in front of me. I hope this works properly. Then I'm going to skip a couple, man. I'm really going to skip number 12 and number 13. And then I'm going to go transmission operates properly, so they make sure the transmission shifts smoothly, it lasts longer, it's going to operate freely with elimination of vibration, and it's going to increase your gas mileage. But let's go back to the family for a second. Just think about this. You've been married for quite a while. You pretty much ignore your spouse. You go home, you turn TV on. Everybody's texting somebody else that's not in the household at the time. Your children are upstairs. You have no idea whether they're home or not. And then the dreaded thing comes, you know what, I think we need to see somebody professionally. I think we need to talk through it. And I need you, and I've already set this up. It doesn't matter whether it's husband or wife that set this up. I've already set an appointment for next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And here's where the address is, and you need to be there. And you think in your mind, said, you know what, I really don't want to do this, but I would do anything to keep my family together. Well, I'm going to tell you something else. I skipped these two. Let me read these for you. Seatbelt material condition is perfect. Supplemental restraint system airbags. I don't want to be hit by an airbag. I don't want the airbag to deploy. I want the seatbelt to stop me and everything to be cool. I certainly don't want to rip in any of the fabric of the seatbelt for it to not operate properly. They check every seatbelt on the car, every one. And then, number 13 is crazy. Seatbelt operates properly. It really needs to come out and go back and cinch up and use the pretensioners and the force limiters. And the technicians know about that. This man has agreed to go to a therapy session. The only thing he really has to do is show up, listen, and shut up. And here's what happens when you take on the risk of not buying a Toyota certified pre-owned used vehicle.
Our first couples therapy session, and he's not here.
He always says, one has to choose between family and work.
Huh. He clearly made his choice, right? There's nothing left to do.
What are you going to say? Seatbelt wouldn't let me out of the car? What are you going to say? I missed the meeting because I was in the parking deck and the car wouldn't let me go? Who on this planet is going to believe that? But if you'd have bought a Toyota certified pre-owned used vehicle, your marriage would be better. The things you take for granted, the car would always maintain for you, and you virtually eliminated all the risk in buying a pre-owned car. A better car, a better warranty, a better marriage. This has been PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. And here's what happens when you take on the risk of not buying a Toyota certified pre-owned used vehicle.
Our first couples therapy session, and he's not here.
He always says, one has to choose between family and work.
Huh. He clearly made his choice, right? There's nothing left to do.
What are you going to say? Seatbelt wouldn't let me out of the car? What are you going to say? I missed the meeting because I was in the parking deck and the car wouldn't let me go? Who on this planet is going to believe that? But if you'd have bought a Toyota certified pre-owned used vehicle, your marriage would be better. The things you take for granted, the car would always maintain for you, and you virtually eliminated all the risk in buying a pre-owned car. A better car, a better warranty, a better marriage. This has been PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.